Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Erin, and if you're new here, welcome back. Today I am actually announcing my next prep and actually my transition to the wellness division. So I kind of went through a super fast improvement season, and partially because I was just sucking at it. Like, I was really good at the lifting, but the eating wasn't doing so good, and I was super excited to get back on stage. And I'm cheap, and I paid for my NPC card this year, and I was like, I want to hit one more show before the end of the year. And then there's a show in Denver, and that's where my sister lives, and I was like, perfect. So that'll be in November. So as of today, we are 14 weeks out, and this will actually be my wellness debut. So I decided to transition to wellness after kind of seeing some of my stage shots, and just like through my last prep, the whole time I was super worried about like my legs. Like, I didn't train quads hardly at all because my legs are already bulky. I was teased my whole life about having like these tree trunk legs, and like now I finally feel like maybe this is where I fit. And I'm not saying that people can't choose their category and work towards that. Like, I could probably be bikini, but I don't want to have to give up training legs. And I don't want to have to not be able to do quad work. I don't want to have to put off squats or leg extensions. Like, I want to be able to do those exercises because I enjoy them. I figured like, I really like the look of wellness. I think that genetically I fit it fairly well, and I think I can do good there. So that's what I'm going to go after. So like I said, as of today, I'm 14 weeks out. So I've kind of been looking back at my previous prep because my biggest goal through all of this is obviously just to beat the girl that went on stage last time. Like, yes, I want to win. I so badly want to win, but at the end of the day, like, I can't let placing affect how I feel about myself. The only thing that I want to let affect me is to walk on that stage, see my stage shots, and know that I hit my posing the best that I could, and look and be like, yes, I brought 110%. I left no stone unturned. So that is the goal of this prep. So let's jump into kind of like where I'm at as compared to last prep. So I just went and I got an in-body scan done, and my results came back, and at first I was like a little like, because my weight was higher, my body fat wasn't as low as I thought it was going to be. But when I compared it to my last in-body scan, which was in March, it was March 5th, so that put me 8 weeks out from the show that I did in May as a bikini competitor. And at 8 weeks out, I was about 22% body fat, and I had 5 pounds less muscle. So that means this time around, I'm 7 pounds heavier than I was at 8 weeks out of my last show. So that's kind of a good thing. But out of those 7 pounds, the in-body scan says that I am about 5 pounds up in muscle weight, and my body fat percentage is at 21. So it's actually lower, and I'm farther out. So like, that's a really good sign in my mind. Also this time around, my calories are higher now than they were then. I was not super adamant about tracking or like keeping track of each week, where this time I'm like keeping like super good track of what I'm eating each week, so that when I go do this again, I'll be able to look back. Anyways, so as of right now, my daily average is about 1,500 calories at 14 weeks out. Mind you, like, being as tall as I am, like, that's pretty normal in a cut. And I'm gonna kind of stay here until like I stop seeing the weight drop. But that also includes having one meal a week that is going to be a higher calorie, that puts me closer to maintenance and even just a little bit above maintenance. So I currently have one refeed / free meal per week, which I didn't really give myself last prep because I just didn't have it all together. And so it was just kind of like this big mess. So my macro breakdown this time around for right now, I am sitting at 131 grams of protein, 150 grams of carbs, and 42 grams of fat, and that equals 1,500 calories. Now, I'm trying to do some carb cycling this time, which I didn't do very well last time, and so on my rest days, I dropped down to around 90 to 100 grams of carbs. So I cut out like my midday carbs. Normally in the afternoon, I'll have like super lean ground turkey with rice, and so I cut out the rice and I replace it with a vegetable source. And then on those days, I'm also eating an extra, like, to make up for the calories, because I'm not trying to like super cut my calories, I'll eat an extra 100 to 200 calories of protein with a little bit of fat in it. And for now, that seems to be working. As long as I can stay up on these videos, I'll be able to kind of keep you guys updated with how my macros are moving. Again, I've mentioned this in previous videos, but you can't follow my plan. You can't follow somebody else's plan and get the same results. It doesn't work like that. Everybody's kind of tailored, and you kind of have to either work with a coach who knows exactly what they're doing, or you really have to spend some time meticulously tracking and seeing where your weight's at, where your calorie levels are at, and then kind of adjust those based on like each week how your body responds to that calorie intake. So it can be very meticulous, and if you don't know what you're doing, it can be very challenging. All right, so let's throw up some current physique on screen here. So this is what I currently look like. I have some pictures from when I was about 14 weeks out that I will put here. Some things that I've definitely noticed are that my booty is getting bigger. My legs do look bigger, but they also look more muscular. My waist is coming in well. The last time I measured my waist, I was at 26 inches. So on stage, I think I was 24. So that is pretty good. I'm considering that a win. Also, I ordered the posing bikini that I'm wearing from Amazon. I will leave the link down below. It's much, much cheaper than buying from one of the bikini companies that are specific to competitors. This one might not be quite as tailored, but I feel like it does the job, and it's cut the same way as a suit is cut, so it works well for check-in photos. And the last thing I want to touch on, you guys, is my workout currently, because I get asked about it all the time, like what my workout schedule looks like, how much cardio I'm doing. Like everybody wants to know that when they're talking about competitors, because people kind of want to gauge like how much work you need to be done. Again, this is like completely personal, and it has to be tailored to a specific individual, but I'm going to give you mine because you want to know. Maybe you don't, but I'm going to give it to you. So currently I'm working legs 3 times a week. So I do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Monday is going to be more quad focused, and I also include glutes every single time. So I go heavy on Monday, and then on Wednesday I hit hamstrings and glutes again, and I go heavy on those days. But my glute exercises on that day can sometimes be like, I won't hip thrust on that day. I hip thrust on Friday, super heavy. And on Wednesday I do hip thrust, but I'll do like single leg or B stance hip thrusts for higher reps. And that's just to kind of give my glutes that little bit of rest, because your muscles need rest to grow. But I'm hitting hamstrings and glutes on Wednesday. And then on Friday, I kind of do a mix of everything, but at a higher rep. And the only thing that I add in that's really heavy and that I hit really hard first thing after I warm up my glutes is I do my heavy hip thrust. So the remainder of the week, on Tuesday, I am hitting shoulders. On Thursday, I hit back. And then on Saturday, I hit chest and arms. And on 2 of my upper body days, I am doing 20 minutes of cardio each day. So this time around, instead of doing how much cardio I have to do every day, it's just kind of, well, at least at this point out, it's per week. So I've given myself 40 minutes of steady state cardio. And so I'm breaking that down into 2 20-minute intervals. And so I do those post upper body workout. As I get farther into prep, depending on how my body's responding, I think that I will be transitioning more into possibly split cardio day. So partially fasted in the morning and then part after my lift. And that's just to kind of try both methods. Some people think fasted cardio works, some don't. So I'm just kind of more on the like, we'll just give it a try. And so while I do that, I do take like fat burners. So right now, before even my lift, I take L-carnitine in a liquid format that we get from GNC. I really like it. It makes me sweat a ton. And I kind of try to rotate out the things that are supposed to improve your metabolism or increase the thermic effect in your body to burn more calories. So right now I'm on that. One of my very favorites as far as a fat burner goes during prep is going to be Tempo from AstroFlav. And I have a code that you can use to get 10% off here. You take 2 pills and you take them in the morning or before your workout, and it increases the thermic effect in your body. So it heats you up and makes you sweat a lot. It can increase your heart rate a little bit, which is good. It's not like a dangerous level, just enough to burn those extra calories. But I don't feel like sick. A lot of fat burners will make you feel really nauseous, or they make you feel like you have to go to the bathroom because they're just loaded with diuretics. but theirs actually does what it says it's going to do, which just makes you warmer, makes you sweat more, increase your heart rate a little bit more, so you're burning more calories during your workout. Again, fat burners are not going to solve all your problems. They're not going to make you lean. You have to put in the work. They're just a supplement to help you reach your goals. So my cardio right now is on the treadmill. I did get a treadmill. Now, unfortunate story, a while back I was walking on it and I told my husband like that the incline seemed to be kind of funky on it, so he went to take it apart and look at it, and in the process the entire incline motor just smoked and burnt out. So now I don't have an incline on my treadmill, so I just try to go as fast as I can to keep my heart rate in that kind of mid-range zone. So I'm not hitting like super high where I can't have conversation. I could still have conversation, but my heart rate is up, I'm sweating, stuff like that. And so I do that for 20 minutes. So that was kind of all I had for you guys for my update and for this transitioning into wellness thing. I really want to try to be better about making videos. I work some crazy schedules. I work like 4 to 2 in the morning, and then on the weekends I'm working at like 4 a.m. until like 8 a.m. So I've got this crazy work schedule, but I just need to quit making excuses. I enjoy doing this. I enjoy talking to you guys. I enjoy the ladies that reach out to me on Instagram and ask me questions, and I'm gonna try to make some videos related to that in the near future. So if you have any recommendations, please leave them below or send me an Instagram message. I'm open to either, but I do have some plans for like making a video on resources and like how to start coaching yourself if that's something you're into or you don't have the funds to hire a coach, as well as what I eat in a day, and maybe even take you through some of my workouts if you can look past the fact that my garage is constantly a mess. All right guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.